Streaming button is pushed.
Nice, nice, nice.
And we are live on YouTube, folks.
Yes, we are. I just see it. I just saw it. Crap will do. Hey, Biddy, you're gonna be allowed to post that photo in the chat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We got B or not on deck, right?
Be or not is ready to go, and I also have that photo poised in a tab. So yes.
Sweet.
Just getting my daily dose of vitamin
Yeah.
Good.
before the show starts.
Just want to welcome all our Discord fans. Thanks for.
Oh, honestly, welcome to the welcome Discord people. Ooh, snap! Why did nobody tell me that I look disheveled today? Come on, guys.
You don't look disheveled.
I do look disheveled. Like, have you seen me, bro?
You do look a smidge blurry, but I guess
a smidge blurry. Oh, she did not just say a smidge blurry.
No, you do.
Guys, it is 6 o'clock. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
All right, let's get this party started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have, well, sadly, we don't have either Fluff or Roma today, but we do have the lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
Hello, everybody. How you doing, T-Bone?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking, Biddy. And in our last chair, actually, we have the old man, the wise man, the grumpy man, Brian. How are you doing today, good sir?
Well, I'm the one that's actually pushing all the buttons. Biddy is going to be our newsreader today, and I'm just going to try to keep up.
All right. Well, I will be commenting. Biddy, get us started with the very first article of the day, please.
Absolutely, T-Bone. All right, so coming to you from the New York Post, Tucker Carlson responsible for demonetization of Ukraine, Mitch McConnell says. So Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on Tuesday blamed Tucker Carlson for turning some Republicans against the idea of providing military aid for Ukraine by demonizing the war-torn country. The top Republican in the Senate argued that Carlson's outspoken stance against U.S. support for Ukraine was one of the primary reasons why approving more than $60 billion in emergency spending for the former Soviet state took so long to achieve. I think so this is a quote. I think the demonization of Ukraine began by Tucker Carlson, who, in my opinion, ended up where he should have been all along. And let me just see, we'll just check our audio. You guys said you can't hear me. Let's see.
Yeah, it says that you're muted, apparently.
You might have muted. Are you muted yourself in the Discord?
Hold on one second. One second.
Guys, so sorry for these technical difficulties. We are still trying to figure this thing out, you know.
Yeah, Biddy, the problem is you are muted yourself in Discord. You need to unmute yourself in Discord.
Got it. Okay.
Please unmute yourself in Discord, Biddy.
All right, how is that now? Everybody can hear me okay? Yes.
Waiting for a response.
All right, cool.
Thank you, guys. Continue with that article.
All right, one more time. So coming to you from the New York Post, Tucker Carlson responsible for demonization of Ukraine, Mitch McConnell says. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on Tuesday blamed Tucker Carlson for turning some Republicans against the idea of providing military aid for Ukraine by demonizing the war-torn country. The top Republican in the Senate argued that Carlson's outspoken stance against U.S. support for Ukraine was one of the primary reasons why approving more than a $60 billion in emergency spending for the former Soviet state took so long to achieve. Quote, I think the demonization of Ukraine began by Tucker Carlson, who, in my opinion, ended up where he should have been all along, which was interviewing Vladimir Putin, unquote, McConnell said during a press conference, referring to the former Fox News host's February sit down with the Russian president. Quote, he had an enormous audience, which convinced a lot of rank and file Republicans that maybe this was a mistake, unquote, the 82-year-old Kentucky Republican added. Putin rambled on about Russia's 1,000-year history with Ukraine and argued in support of his country's territorial claim to it over the course of Carlson's unfocused 2-hour-long interview with the Russian strongman. Putin himself blasted Carlson, 54, for not asking sharp questions, telling Russian media that he, quote, did not get full satisfaction from this interview. McConnell also laid blame on former President Donald Trump, of course, you got to throw that in there, Democrats, and the border crisis for the amount of time it took to get most Republican lawmakers to acquiesce in continuing to fund the Ukrainian war effort. Quote, I think the former president had sort of mixed views on it, unquote, he said of Trump's position on Ukraine aid. Well,
I don't understand. I can't believe that they're trying to trash, Tucker Carlson for, interviewing Vladimir Putin. Like, I can't wrap my head around that. I really can't. Brian?
Well, it's McConnell's old and he's decrepit and he needs to shut the heck up. I said heck.
Right.
I said heck.
Okay. Not only does McConnell need to shut up, but he needs to sadly relinquish his seat because he has had way too many turtle gaffes. My personal opinion, worse than our strongest president ever. Yeah, I mean it's sad and pathetic for the people in his state or wherever he's being elected from that they're still voting for him.
Okay,
I mean, guys.
So McConnell needs to stay alive and hold onto that seat with a death grip until his term ends. Because if he dies or if he leaves, and that seat is vacant, there's a Democrat governor in the governor's mansion in Kentucky. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that Democrat governor has already said he is going to ignore, if there's an opening for the United States Senate, he is going to ignore Kentucky statute and the Kentucky Constitution and appoint whoever he goddamn well wants to in that seat. And I guarantee you that whoever he appoints in that seat is going to be a uniparty, yes person status. They're probably going to have a D behind their name instead of an R. It doesn't really make a difference.
Really?
But no. As bad as this sounds, Turtle Man needs to stay right the heck where he's at. If he wants to leave Republican leadership, I'm all about that. He can leave the Republican and resign from the Republican leadership. But that seat, he needs to stay his old, skinny, decrepit ass in that seat.
Point taken. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks because it's like, yeah, he's definitely old. He's definitely out to lunch. Like, we know.
Oh, yeah, definitely old. I mean, man, I don't know if he's older than Joe, but he definitely gives Joe a run for his money with his gaffes. I mean,
yeah,
man, he's not president, but oof.
And here's a follow-up to that story. So I understand why Roma put together the outline the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to the Hill story, Biddy.
Okay. It's coming to you from the Hill. 10 senators helped advance Ukraine aid after voting against it. So they all folded. Great. Thanks, guys. 9 Republicans and 1 Democrat in the Senate voted Tuesday to advance a package that includes aid for Ukraine and Israel after opposing the legislation in a vote earlier this year. The package advanced toward a final vote Tuesday in an 80-19 procedural vote. Overall, 31 Republicans voted to advance the package. The package includes $61 billion for Ukraine, $26 billion for Israel, and global humanitarian assistance, and $8 billion for allies in the Indo-Pacific. And then there's a period, so nothing for the border. Thanks. It also includes a series of national security items headlined by a potential ban of the social media giant TikTok, or at least a forced divestment. The 9 Republicans who shifted their stance were Senators Katie Britt from Alabama, Tom Cotton from Arkansas, Deb Fischer from Nebraska, Lindsey Graham, South Carolina, that we knew, Cindy Hyde Smith, Mississippi, James Lankford of Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma, and Pete Ricketts from Nebraska, and Tim Scott from South Carolina.
I mean, really,
all 9. I mean, like, come on.
Okay, the only name on that list that really surprised, well, there's 2 that really surprised me, and those are Tom Cotton and Tim Scott. Tom Cotton,
Yeah,
especially.
same.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Senator Cotton can be counted on.
What you doing, bro? What you doing, man?
I mean, Senator Cotton can usually be counted on as being one of the staunchest conservatives, and when I say he normally stands shoulder to shoulder with Rand Paul with this shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little bit taller because he's a little bit taller, but I mean, yeah, shoulder to shoulder.
Anyway,
I have this really odd thing that I was thinking of when I was like reading these articles yesterday, because you know that there's all these pro-Palestinian riots, protests, right? Peaceful protests, but they're, getting pretty rioty out there. And I know that a lot of these places have been requesting, federal assistance, some kind of National Guard or something like that to come in and help out in this situation. And I'm wondering if this was kind of like blackmailed to a few of these Republicans saying, we'll send help, we'll stop all of this, but you got to okay this package. I mean, it's far-fetched, it's a little nuts, but I don't know. I just had this like weird gut feeling, because then I seen some talks about that, and then I saw this, and then it's like, Tim Scott and Cotton, and I'm just like, I'm feeling like this was like a push behind the scenes in a weird blackmail sort of way, like holding our country hostage.
yeah.
Could be
All right.
possible.
Anyway, allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right.
So
You want me to pull up the
let's
next
move
one?
on to the next story.
There we go.
all right. So more news from this whole fiasco from USA Today. So this is the thing I was talking about. So Tom Cotton, Kari Lake show how much Trump Republicans have normalized violent rhetoric. Former president and current criminal defendant Donald Trump, largely through repetition, has tried mightily and effectively to normalize threatening, faux tough guy rhetoric. One high-profile
Former
Republican
president and current criminal defendant. Don't you just love how they frame this?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wait, current criminal defendant, bruh. All right, so all I gotta say is, this is hurting the Democratic Party tremendously, because not only does Trump have his mugshot on hats, t-shirts, mugs, almost everything.
He's a merch seller. Yep.
He's a merch seller. Yeah. But they actively are now trying to put this man in jail. And honestly, at this point, screw it. Put him in jail. See what happens. Because I almost guarantee you he will still make videos from jail. He'll say, guys, the Democratic Party has locked me up, and I am now in jail, and I am still running to be your president. Guys, still vote for me, Donald J. Trump. Guys, honestly, I think it'd be pretty funny just to see the bars. He's just doing a 10-second video of just a ad campaign just from jail, and all you see is the Secret Service members in the background, guys, he's on the phone.
Yeah, supposedly they're already getting set up for this, but I really doubt that they think the end game is putting him in jail. Like I think what they really
Put him
just
in
want to
jail. Put him
do
in jail
is
because I
deplete
don't think the
his
Democratic
bank
Party
account.
understands
Mhm.
how difficult that's going to be. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think the average person understands how difficult that is going to be. The Secret Service members can't even let this guy take a piss by
Yeah.
himself, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they're not going to allow him out of his sight when he's in jail, if he's in jail. You know, honestly, I'm saying just put him in jail and then see how much of a hassle it would be and how much publicity and press the jail itself is going to get. And Trump may say, you know what, I'm going to give $100 million to this jail for helping me out, giving me all of the accommodations, guys. $100 million, just here you go. I mean, he might do something like that because he is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, we shall
But
see.
continue, Biddy. Continue.
Okay. Okay, so one high-profile Republican, a sitting U.S. senator, suggested peaceful protesters should be thrown off bridges. Sure, this was taken out of context. Another high-profile Republican, often mentioned as a possible vice presidential candidate, told supporters to strap on a Glock to prepare for this year's presidential election. It would be nice to report that each of these public figures, Senator Tom Cotton and U.S. Senate candidate Kari Lake, respectively, faced bipartisan condemnation for their violent rhetoric. It would be reasonable in a normal society to assume such comments would bring a swift end to their political careers. That's where we should be as a nation, unwilling to put up with bellicose garbage babbled by opportunistic loons. But it's not where we are, not even close.
I mean, need I remind everyone of what happened on May 29th of 2020?
Yeah.
The firebombing of St. John's Church, I believe it was, where the president, Donald Trump, had to be escorted into some bunker because they were throwing Molotov cocktails at this church and they burned it to the ground. But there's no issue there, guys. I mean, just burning down the building, that the president, was just in, and it's all fine, guys. It's all okay.
So,
Yeah, it's a, Go ahead.
Aaron of Orlando provided some context. The full quote: if something like this happened in Arkansas on a bridge over there, let's just say I think there'd be a lot of very wet criminals that had been tossed overboard not by law enforcement, but by the people whose road they're blocking, said Cotton of Little Rock. So thank you for providing context, Aaron. So
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and
isn't Arkansas the place where that one video was taken of the protesters, I guess, gluing themselves to the road, and then the police truck is like, we will run you over, and I guess they move something into the way of the person. I'm not really too sure, but it was
not sure about that one, man.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was it was pretty crazy.
I feel like all of this nut stuff just like bleeds into each other because it was just happening constantly. Like I posted something here in the chat. This is just like just a little example of the kind of rhetoric that supposedly
there were Democratic leaders actively calling for violence on conservatives and Republicans.
I mean, you remember the what's her name, Maxine Waters from California? She was
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, get in their faces, get in their personal space. That's I mean, so saying that hey, if a protester is blocking your way on a bridge, you might find yourself tossed off.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Continue with your statement, Brian.
I mean, that's just. I mean, I don't see that as violent rhetoric. I mean, he's just stating facts. hey, you pull this kind of thing in my part of the country, here's what might happen to you.
So the thing with Maxine Waters, her actively telling people to get in the faces of Republicans and conservatives and actively scream at them.
Right.
So just a theoretical hypothetical question I want to throw out to the panel. Could that tech theoretically be used as some sort of, oh, I don't know the word, but discrepancy on her end, because let's just say,
It's
scenario
clearly a
scenario
call.
goes
It's
goes on
clearly a call
where
to
where
violence.
no call no well let me continue with the story. So this person, this guy, is listening to Maxine Waters, and he gets in the face of some Republican or conservative. Guys, most Republicans or conservatives like guns, number one. Number two, they carry guns a lot, and to get in the face and actively yell at someone who is carrying a firearm is not the best choice of action. I'm just gonna say that. But secondly, what happens if that person dies, because they got into the face and tried to hit, the conservative or the Republican? Could
Mhm.
Maxine Waters be tried with
Inciting.
actively,
Yeah.
inciting someone, hey, you should go do this thing, but now you're dead because you did it? Is there some sort of like legal thing like that?
I mean, probably I'd have to look it up, but at the same time, I feel like the way things go these days, they'll twist it around and do like a whole campaign against 2A.
Twisted
Yeah.
around. There are
No.
videos. There is a video of this woman telling people to get into the face of conservatives and Republicans and yell at them. And like, how is that not an active call to violence?
I know.
Is an active call of violence uh based up to the judge, in the case, or is that just like common knowledge? Like common sense, like, hey, you can't be saying that stuff, like,
Right.
who's the final deciding? Is it the judge, or is it
Right.
the people?
I mean, I guess yeah, it would be the judge if it gets to that point. And we see how the judges are moving these days. But I guess we should move to the next article. You guys have anything
Yeah,
else to say?
what you got for us, Brian? What you got?
No, I just kind of said my piece. I mean, this is clearly another article where they will take conservatives, people right of center. They'll take what they say out of context,
Mm-hmm.
to slime them as some kind of you know crazy person. But yeah, yeah, Biddy, this next one came from the Independent. I mean, you submitted this stuff. You know the most about it. Please tell us
Yeah,
about
come
this
on now, Biddy.
tabloid
What's the
boss.
next story? Talk to me.
All right, so coming from the Independent at you, tabloid boss David Pecker details plot to kill Trump stories about love child and Playboy model affair. Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker outlined the scheme to bury negative press about Donald Trump ahead of the 2016 presidential election. A tabloid publisher's secret agreement with Donald Trump and his attorney, Michael Cohen, helped bury politically compromising stories that the then presidential candidate had allegedly fathered an illegitimate child and had an affair with a former Playboy model. Jurors heard in a Manhattan courtroom on Tuesday. In his second day of testimony in the former president's so called hush money trial, former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker outlined what he called a quote, mutually beneficial, unquote, plan to keep the supermarket tabloid loaded with stories that would boost Mr. Trump's election chances and ensure negative stories never saw the light of day. As part of the arrangement, Mr. Pecker testified that he would tip off Mr. Trump's then personal attorney, Cohen, to potentially damaging stories about Mr. Trump, particularly those involving women. The former American Media Inc. CEO joined Cohen and Mr. Trump during a now infamous meeting in August 2015 at Trump Tower in Manhattan, where he was asked, "What can I do and what could my magazines do to help the campaign? Mr. Pecker recalled on Tuesday. Quote, I said what I would do is I would run or publish positive stories about Mr. Trump and publish negative stories about his opponents, he said. I would also be the eyes and ears. That included sensational and gossip driven coverage of Bill and Hillary Clinton admittedly embellished pieces attacking Mr. Trump's Republican rivals and headlines that boosted Mr. Trump's health.
And what of this, any of this stuff that has just been done is illegal?
But that's the thing. I mean, they're trying to attack his character. Whether or not this happened, there is so much else to look at in the Clintons, in the Bidens, Obama's terms. Like, come on, like they're grasping for straws, trying to push him against the women voters of the country. Again, they're trying to get into that whole grab them by the hoo-ha moment that
I mean,
that
like
they had.
it's like Tim said. It's like Tim said. Just let it
Play out.
Yeah, let it play out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of like, they're trying to look for that smoking gun. They're trying to look for something that just, stops his momentum, because his momentum just gets, stronger and faster.
From what I understand, there's a song, Biddy. I don't know all the lyrics, but apparently some of the lyrics to the song are "The Trump train don't stop," and guys, the Biden train. I mean, it's not even moving. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's been halted since like 1984 when he wasn't allowed to run because he plagiarized. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Back before even I was born. He wasn't even able to run, but he's now able to run now, and is now our president. But that's okay. That's fully okay.
Any thoughts on this one? Brian?
No.
Just the normal BS and slander and everything else.
Yeah,
that we shouldn't even care about.
Much.
I do have an announcement to make, though, guys. On Timcast IRL tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is none other than Ariadna. Ariadna Jacob. Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. She seems like a very, very lovely lady. Yeah. Little Miss Jacob. Sure.
Influence and creator dev specialist, ex-talent agent,
ex-talent?
Yeah, ex-talent agent. So she was like a talent agent. So she's former, unapologetically unapologetically against cancel culture and bullies. So pretty base.
So cool. She's against Brian?
Brian's not a bully.
That's right.
He's assertive.
He's a great man.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
See, now you're the one who's confused. I have confused Brian.
I mean, I step away for a couple of minutes to take care of things, and I come back, and it's like the conversation's gone totally off the rails. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, you let me in charge. You let me steer the train. Come on now. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Hey, we got a story about a plane crash in Alaska. You want to tell us about it, Biddy?
Sure.
Yeah, Biddy, what happened?
Should I try to do some rapid fire action since we only have 3 minutes?
Get through this one.
Rapid fire!
Now, let's get through this one. We'll go to be or not. Yeah.
We'll pick up. Okay. All right. So coming to you from ABC News, Douglas C-54 plane crashes near river in Fairbanks, Alaska. 2 people are on board, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. A Douglas C-54 aircraft transporting fuel crashed into a frozen river shortly after takeoff Tuesday in Fairbanks, Alaska, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. 2 people are on board the plane, according to the Federal Aviation Administration, which is also investigating the incident. The Alaska State Troopers and local state and federal partners are responding to the crash. On the Tanana River near Kallenberg Road. And preliminary information showed that the Part 91 fuel transport flight operated by Alaska Air Fuel crashed into the Tanana River after taking off from Fairbanks International Airport around 10 a.m. local time, officials said. Quote, the aircraft slid into a steep hill on the bank of the river where it caught fire. No survivors have been located, unquote. The Alaska Department of Public Safety said in a statement shortly before 2 p.m. local time. So the NTSB deployed agents to the scene of the crash, will recover the plane. The airport said in a statement that is cooperating with investigations. So just another
I just
aviation
Googled
disaster.
a picture of this plane, and it's a pretty hefty, decently sized plane. I mean, it's not like a regular plane you'd fly on, from, say,
like commercial airlines.
yeah,
Right.
like a commercial airline.
Right,
But
yeah.
it's a pretty decently sized plane. I mean, it can fit like what, several dozen passengers. Like, it's not a small plane, but
Yeah.
man, this
No.
is not cool that
It is not.
that this happened.
It is not
This is messed
a
up.
small plane.
It's real messed up.
Okay, so yeah, so what's going on with the C-54 plane? Is this like military kind of?
See,
Oh yeah. Apparently, it started in 1930s as a military aircraft.
all
Right, Brian?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, okay. That's just what the article says.
Yeah.
We have time for another article?
Nah, it's 6:29.
Yeah, let's do what? Let's bang out one more. Rapid fire. One last article.
I'll try. Okay, so from, as our beloved Roma likes to say, Commie News Network, Tennessee lawmakers pass bill allowing teachers, school staff to be armed. So state legislators in Tennessee,
I'll
they
call
passed
this
the
a
bill
white-
on Tuesday,
I'll call it a white pill. I don't mind. It's a white pill.
right? And you know, they're joining some good company because a couple of others have already joined this, and a couple more are considering it. So have those states coming up.
Now, guys. What I will say about this story is only teachers who want to do this, number one, and number two, are trained. If you are not trained, I do not want you being a teacher and having your blinky in the classroom. If you don't know what you're doing with that thing, I want you nowhere near it, especially with children around. That's a big no. I want you trained, and I want to see I want to see at least a couple 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months, 5 months of training, and you have to pass some sort of, I guess, regulated test or whatever to make sure you're so good or whatever. If you are not good,
Well,
that's a big no.
I mean, here in the article, it lays out the requirements. It says they have to get written authorization from the superintendent, principal, and chief of the appropriate law enforcement agency.
Mhm.
Okay. Complete 40 hours of basic training in school and school policing, and 40 hours of peace officer standards training, commission approved, that is specific to school policing each year at the educator's expense. Complete a background check.
48 hours, bro.
40.
You are kidding me.
40 hours. 40 hours.
That's not enough. I'm sorry. That's not enough.
It's better than what
I mean, like, I know how long 40 hours is, but like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, don't look at it as, I guess, like a week of work, 40-hour work week. It's kind of like you go, a couple of, maybe once a week, spend an hour or two at the range, get your safety, digest it, do some of your own.
Honestly, the rule should be not 50 hours of practice. It should technically be 100, in my personal opinion. If you are not well equipped, I mean, you don't have to be some sharpshooter, but if you are not well versed with not only your firearm but all the other teachers' firearms, yeah, nope, you shouldn't be a teacher, and you should not be.
T-Bone.
What happened?
I think you're kind of missing the plot on this. The way I read this is that, okay, 40 hours basic training, school policing, I mean, what they're asking for. These are professional certifications. This is not just, your weekend. Go take your 8-hour concealed carry class. This is
Right.
actual. We're talking about police. We're talking about some distilled police training here that they're asking the team to go through.
I want police. I want police training, and I also want. Is gonna sound a little weird. I want military. I want some ex former military people, like someone like you, Brian, but like a little bit like who's been like doing it, for a little bit.
I think I think what they've got here is a good start.
Hmm.
I want more training. Sorry, I want more training. Sorry,
Okay.
you can crucify me for that one, but if you don't like more training, then sucks on you, I guess.
Well,
Guys, it is past our time. Let us start to the game. Brian, please get us started with the very first game, if you don't mind, good sir.
I've thrown a wrinkle in the bee.
Ooh!
Oh, goodness gracious.
I got 3 headlines. One of them is actually from the Babylon Bee. I'm pulling a fluff.
Fine. Okay, read them all.
Okay, so headline number 1. How did conservative and independent voters factor into Trump's victory? That's referring to his primary victories this time around. Okay. Headline number 2. Bill to strengthen HIPAA would strip PII, that's personally identifying information for those of you who may not know, from military graves and memorials. Headline number 3. 10 ways for Republicans to win the female vote. You know what?
Guys, we are picking the fake article from Babylon Bee, the satire news site. 1 out of the 3. Biddy, are you able to create a poll, or shall I?
I'm making the poll now. I'm making.
Oh, are you?
Now. Yeah, I'll make.
Oh,
the
okay.
poll.
Oh, okay, bro.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
How did conservatives and independent female voters factor into Trump's victory? Bill to strengthen HIPAA. From military graves memorial. Okay, whatever. And then 10 ways for Republicans to win the female vote. The only one that is different from the 3 is the second one, but I don't know if that is a fake article because I don't understand what that Bill is referring to. Sorry. Brian, what's that bill referring to?
This is hard.
Brian.
Okay, I'm typing a poll. I can only single task. Okay, don't.
You're good, bud. You're good.
Make the poll.
So Mickey's saying 3. Bash is saying 3. Aaron's saying 2. Jem's saying 2. Anders is saying 3. I mean, I think it might be 10 ways for Republicans to win the female vote. I mean, Biddy, let me ask you: do you think Republicans could win your vote, or no?
I mean, I don't even know which Republicans I stand behind anymore, to be honest. I mean, really Matt Gaetz.
Okay, poll.
You know what I mean? MTG.
The poll is live, folks. The poll is live.
Guys, pick your. Pick the B. I mean, honestly, I really don't know what the B is.
What is the PII or the P2? What is that?
Yeah, what's that P for?
Personally identifying. Hold on, let me make sure I'm checking on something. Personally identifying information.
I think that's it. I think that's
stupid.
The B.
No. I don't think so. I think it's the
because
number C.
Okay, so HIPAA is like you're telling people, personal information or like medical information of a person, right?
Yeah, you mean
the person is
the rules that every single place,
Hospital and clinic, yes,
hospital,
they
no,
have to
no,
adhere to.
they did not even look. They overlooked it during COVID because they were like,
Well,
"Oh,
yeah.
do you have your COVID test?" No, bro, you can't even ask that question because of HIPAA, bro. What you doing? What you doing?
So in this case, what are they actually telling people that these people passed away?
Well,
So I think that's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Dog, I don't
Like
know,
you're
man.
telling these people
Number
are
C looks
without
like
health.
it won, but like I kind of went with number 2 because like number B because it was like with the HIPAA and
Mhm.
okay, so T-Bone,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you half a victory because headline number 2 is not the B, but it is fake.
No. Yay!
Comes from the Duffel
I
blog,
mean,
which is basically the Babylon Bee for the military.
what? See, I knew there was
Okay.
something weird about that.
So is number C the answer?
Let's find out, shall we?
Dog, man,
You
I
messed with us
swear,
today.
man, it's some BS, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
That's it. It was number C, as you would say.
Nah, man, that ain't it, Chief, bro. That's some messed up shenanigans. Brian, talk to me about this story, bro. Talk to me about it because, like, I don't think the Republicans can get the female vote. I mean,
Well,
maybe Don can. But...
I mean, here's what the Babylon Bee thinks. Number 1, MAGA hats with pink bows on them, so cute. Hand out glasses of wine outside of Target. We've been told how women love drinking wine shopping at Target.
It's Tarjay, Brian.
Yes.
It is Tarjay.
My apologies. Yes, it's Tarjay.
It's French.
It's very French. Okay. Gesture wildly toward Democrats' position on biological men playing women's sports. It should be self-explanatory, but make sure they know. I like where they're going here. Have Donald Trump grow a beard. Chicks love guys with beards. On that note, have you guys ever seen the AIM's generation where with Donald Trump with a shaved head and a goatee, fucker looks badass. Anyway.
Wait, you mean like this goatee?
This goatee?
More badass because it's Trump.
Whatever.
Start a Republican Party true crime podcast. This is the more grisly and disturbing, the better. Okay, Biddy, sometime during your relationship show, you have to explain this fascination that women have with murder podcasts. And serial killer podcasts.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, dude, my ex absolutely loved them. I don't understand. Yo, what?
I don't know. All I know is that all T-Bone do is lose, lose, lose no matter what.
Wow.
Wow.
He trolled heavy on you.
He trolled heavy.
Sir, Makey. Oh, I even let you up onto the stage. And
it was you. I was like, did I accidentally click it?
No. I clicked it because I wanted to hear what Makey had to say because sometimes Makey just be having like some 20s. That sir was no 20.
Okay.
That was a 1.
I am loving number 7 here. Give free Stanley tumblers out with every vote for a Republican candidate. The irresistible pull of the Stanley Cup will lead to...
Wait, I can't hear. I was writing the note for my show. Which one?
Dude,
I can't
what?
see.
Number
Give out
7.
free Stanley tumblers with every vote for a Republican candidate. Oh, the Stanley. Okay, because I got confused with the Stanley Cup. I keep forgetting the Stanley is a thing again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're actually really cool cups. I'm not even gonna lie. I have my own Stanley Cup, and it has my name on it. T-Bone. This is true.
All right.
This is true. This is a true story.
Okay, I think we've beaten the bee to death.
Yeah, that poor bee.
Poor bee.
Oh my gosh! Look at number 9. Republicans swimsuit calendars. Nothing but seductive shots of Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, Mike Johnson, and Lindsey Graham.
Damn, you know what? They did Ted Cruz dirty with that, putting him in that group.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yo.
I mean, everyone
Okay,
else
guys,
in there is a do but Ted Cruz,
just
damn.
for the people who don't know that aren't in the know, most of these people are like 870 and they're old men and they are disgusting looking.
Mhm.
Very, very disturbing. Guys, but that means we are moving on to my favorite game. Guys, it is called Caption This, where I give you a photo and you give me a caption. Guys, today's photo is a little bit, I don't want to
It's
say
provocative.
It's funny.
It's provocative.
Yes.
It's provocative. It's provocative. It's a little funny because it kind of encapsulates my life. Not my life, but like what's going on at the moment in a different way. But man, it's guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this photo. It's like nobody's gonna understand it, but like as soon as you look at everything and to be like, oh, T-Bone, that's so fucked up. Yeah, it is fucked up. It came from my brain. It's just the worst. Just the absolute worst. Biddy, Brian, do you have any captions for this photo? Because man, it's gonna go dark so quick. It's gonna go dark so quick.
Yeah, I know.
That
I
doesn't
know,
make any
Aaron. I
sense.
know. I was actually like, I couldn't wait to hear what you had to say to this. But you know what?
Aaron.
If it's too dark, we just won't read it.
We do
or
have
we'll omit a word.
we do have a second one. We do. Where's he? Brian, did you see the second one?
I did not see
I don't
the
think you-
second one. I don't think you posted the second one. This is
Mm-mm.
the only one I saw you posted, sir.
Okay, well, here, look at the second one. I was gonna save this one for tomorrow because tomorrow it will be my last day for the week, sadly. But yeah, no, I saw this photo and I just thought it just encapsulates T-Bone. But like, I feel like the peoples were just gonna trash me for it because like, yeah, it's definitely me, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Brian, do you see the photo?
I see it. I am working on getting it live.
Biddy, this photo encapsulates T-Bone. I mean, just to the nth degree. I mean, if you know anything about me, guys, this is
Yeah, it's a cool photo.
it's wow. All she says, it's a cool photo. Wow, you disrespectful woman. Wow. See, and this is exactly why yesterday you got a vacuum cleaner for Christmas.
No, I didn't. I did. But it wasn't a Christmas present. It was just I ended up purchasing it around Christmas.
Was
Yeah.
it one of those Dyson ones?
Yes.
Let's do this image for the competition because it's
Whatever. It's a little less
little
I'll
less
say.
edgy.
Edgy, sure. We'll go with edgy for that one. But guys, put it in the chat. It's not in the chat yet. Sorry.
Oh,
It's still
here I go.
loading.
Oh,
There it
okay.
goes.
There you go.
Guys, this photo encapsulates me to the nth degree, guys. If this is the caption the photo. Shitlib's going to vote on November 5th. No. Why? Why are you talking about the liberals? But why, sir? Goodbye, Brian, and have a good time. Brian,
Oh, it says
Goodbye,
you're
brain.
supposed to be coming
good-
in. You're not
it
supposed
says
to be coming
goodbye
out.
brain. It says goodbye brain.
Oh. I can't read. This is your brain. This is your Brian on media. Any questions? I have questions. Yeah, I do. Biden in his 20s, dude. We have record video footage of Joseph Robinette Biden in his 20s, and according to one of his stories, he was a lifeguard, and man, he had hairy legs, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I think you guys know the rest of the story.
No. Wait,
What
I'm
happened?
sorry. I was reading the captions. What did you say,
What
T?
happened?
What
Yeah, I was talking
story?
about the story about our strongest and smartest president of
Oh,
being a lifeguard, and he would dip his legs into the water, and because he
oh.
had hairy legs,
Mm-hmm.
the hairs on his legs, they'd stick up, and he would. This is according to him. This is you can guys go watch the video. He says verbatim, or not verbatim, but he says that he would let the children rub his legs because of the hair and whatever, and he said something about liking when the children sat on his lap. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand, man. But this is the president of the United States.
I'm sure
And then
KJP,
that's the weirdest thing.
explained that
Here's the
away.
weirdest thing. In the same breath, he talks about cockroaches. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
what are you talking about? Cockroaches? And in the same sentence, you're talking about children sitting on your lap. What's going on, America? How?
Yeah, I don't know. He also
somebody
came
add the
out
Bong Tudor again?
recently. He also came out recently and said something I think he was like talking to a bunch of truckers, and he claimed to have driven 18 wheelers before. He's always like he's like the one upper. He likes to perjure, and then all the other stuff that alleged to do. He's
like
just
that,
like the best of all
like
of it.
that. The story about his daughter, in that diary or whatever, Ashley Biden.
Oh,
Yeah,
we don't talk about that. That
Oh, yeah,
diary
that's right.
never
Sorry.
existed. Just
That,
like
that
emails.
diary never existed. Yep. Just
Only
like the
still
40,000
dossiers. Those are the only things that hold
emails
weight.
of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Those don't exist. Those
Mhm.
never existed. Never existed, guys. Never did.
All right, so we got some great captions here, man.
Do we really? I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited. My Brian left me, and it's okay. But
Brain.
where? You found mine? Where's mine? Where is it?
Oh goodness.
Not even my own thoughts want to stay with me. No, you're right, because yeah, every man that's dated a goth girl, guys, goth girls are
Yes.
Wasn't
Spicy.
there a
Spicy.
goth girl in Indiana that broke your heart, Tino?
Oh, is that emo or goth? Was it like
Brian,
full
we don't talk
goth?
about that.
All right, sorry I brought it up.
So Biden's Brian going to get the milk circa 1974.
Brain.
My Brian is better at campaigning. Reenactment of a kid trying drugs for the first time in the 90s, taken from a DARE class. Bro, what is going on? Visual representation of Tim's NPC man analogy. Now that makes sense. Why did I send? No, what didn't make sense? Since you can't grasp the concept of cognitive dissonance, I'll show you. Side effect of joining the purple hair people. The purple hair people. I thought they were the blue haired people. Aaron, please get your colors right, because my mother, as crazy as she is, she has purple hair, and she is not one of these purple hair people. She's just a purple hair person. Like, I shit you not, her favorite color is purple.
Aw, I love
Hair.
purple too. That's my favorite color.
Eyes, glasses, shoes, clothing, car, bathroom. I mean, if her skin was purple, she'd be happy. She'd be so happy. Her name tag says purple. Bro, they don't even know her own name at her job, bro. They just know her as purple. That's how crazy this woman is. But she's my mom, so I love her.
Okay. We need to pick a winner, and we still have captions coming.
Do we? Do we?
Yeah.
Do we? Everything evolution of a country song wife, dog, and truck already left. Now goes my mind. Dude, what? No.
Right, so like a
Um,
bunch of these have twos on them. So get to voting, peeps. Like
no,
get to
I'm not voting
20ing.
any of these.
Not voting, but like get to 20ing. Like
Yeah,
get some
put the 20s
20s out
on.
there.
There's too much hair dye in your head for me to say stay anymore. Dude, what are you talking about, bro? She asked me to share my thoughts. Perhaps this was a step too far. T-Bone, do you know the difference of spelling brain and Brian? No.
And you just flip flopped them.
What color is his hair in the shirt? Check your own pick. Aaron, his hair is purple. Thank you very much.
Hey, we have a YouTube submission that you
Do we
Oh.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
My wife leaving every morning for work. She works from home. I don't get it. How is she leaving if she works from home, sir? I don't get it. Boss, this is exactly why you're on the YouTubes and not on doing the show today.
That's cute. I actually like that.
I don't get it.
It's so
T-Bone-
basically like his wife is the brain of the situation, and she's going off to work. Right, so that's from Roma in the YouTube.
T-Bone's birth caused this to his own dad. Yo, my dad is so proud of me. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't have a winner. My
Oh
Brian,
no.
would you like to
Well,
pick any of these?
I'm just looking at the 20s, and Vashnik is running
Yeah.
away with it with T-Bone Brain when he's trying to pronounce brain or Brian.
Yep. Actually, I mean, he's got 8. It's like mostly everybody's got 2s and one's got 3. So
mean,
I think
There's
Vashnik got
no
it.
point in the poll. I think Vashnik wins.
So do
I
I.
nominate Vashnik. Do it. Can I have a second?
Second, I.
Eyes have it. It's Vashnik.
Wait, Sanoski, wait, hold on. Sanoski put in. And finally, quote, we can now explain T-Bone, end quote. See, there is only one problem with this photo, is this guy has purple hair, and I will never ever be a part of the purple hair community or any other hair community. It's just not my thing.
No,
We really need to get a winner and end this out, guys. What are we picking?
Vashnik.
Yeah. Okay, Vashnik. All right, whatever. Vashnik, congratulations on winning, good sir.
Yeah.
I wish we could bring you up and have you say something, good sir. But man,
The day got away.
We gotta end it out.
We
Man.
let it get
gotta-
away
gotta
from us,
start this
guys.
chilling.
Yeah.
Guys, the woman, the person on Timcast IRL tonight is none other than Ariadna Jacob, Little Miss Jacob. Guys, if you would like to talk to her and Tim Pool tonight, do not forget to get your questions in, and you might get picked to talk to one or either of them, both of them, for the show tonight. That is on YouTube at Timcast IRL, 8 p.m. Brian, you have the leftovers at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Well, actually, this Saturday, the Leftover Show is taking a hiatus, which is a shame because we got a crap ton of leftovers.
I know.
Because Elizabeth is going to be out of town doing other things. Instead, we're going to do a Gunology 101 event.
Yeah.
Gunology! Man, I've missed them, Brian. I'm really excited to get into one of those Gunology things with you. But 10 p.m. guys on Saturday, we have none other than the boss, Roman Nation, on Rumble. 10 p.m. Saturday. Do not miss it. He's talking about I forget. It's not the 19th Amendment. It's something else. Constitution. Guys,
Oh, he's probably gonna
go
update.
watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Fluffy Hobo on the Fluffy Hobo Show on YouTube's. Guys, thank you so much for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. I am T-Bone. Biddy, do the thing.
Yes, please. YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to anything that we drop on this channel. Have a great day, everyone.
I am your host, T-Bone. Like I said, thank you very much, everybody, for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. That is the lovely, lovely Elizabeth and the wise man, the grumpy man, Brian. Please end us out. Good sir!
You know, I think I just messed up. I think I accidentally just ended the stage. Like, I don't know what I did.
Oh no, buddy,
stage.
you're
No,
still
it's
on
okay.
YouTube. You're
Yeah.
still on YouTube. You're just not on the
Oh,
stage anymore.
I'm still on
So
YouTube.
we-
Okay. Oh, I
Yeah,
left
yeah,
the
yeah, you're
stage.
still on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
no, you're good, buddy. You're good.
I know what
So,
I did.
guys, Brian, end us out with the things. You know the thing.
Yeah. Okay. So get off my lawn. Stay on the sidewalk. Stick around for the Pretard Cast, which is coming up now.
Bye, guys. Brian, that was a great show today. Biddy, wonderful, wonderful show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy
Likewise.
with it.
Do you have to, Biddy? You have to leave for
Yes.
Pretard, don't you?
Yes. See you guys. I know.
Bye, Biddy.
Bye.
Okay.
Brian,
I'm gonna go ahead.
yeah.
Where's my? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube stream now.